Protesters in the St. Louis area are blocking mall entrances and roadways. They're protesting the recent grand jury decision not to indict Officer Darren Wilson. Several demonstrators already called for what they term Blackout Friday. As a protest, they urge shoppers to stay home today. The activists hope to pressure retailers into joining their fight against what they call police brutality. Some protesters laid on the floor of a mall for 4.5 minutes earlier today to represent Michael Brown's blood on the ground. The good news is, though, the violent protests following the decision are starting to tone down. Now, as CNN's Sarah Seidner tells us, the city is beginning to heal from all the destruction.
Some of Monday night's destruction finally accessible in the daylight.
Tell me what democracy looks like!
The protesters' call for justice getting lost in the images of destruction created by the few, affecting the many.
I have 2 sweet spicy wings.
In the wake of the destruction, a glimmer of hope.
We're having fun.
At Kathy's Kitchen, where a window was smashed, but the rest left intact, their doors are now open, less than 24 hours after being vandalized.
So for us here in Kathy's Kitchen, it's about letting people come in, smile a little bit, laugh a little bit. Some people come in, they're crying a little bit, and it's a place where you heal, and what better place to do that with food.
They can do that because peaceful protesters stopped looters from trying to break into the business that was his wife's longtime dream, Kathy's Kitchen, the restaurant named after her.
They didn't allow looters to vandalize the building. The new place that we're opening, the barbecue place, we estimated it got about $22,000 in damage. They broke out 25 of the windows.
Jerome Jenkins is also a coach, teaching many of the young men in this town about basketball and life. He says this community could have been saved from the devastation that hit his street and West Florissant.
My first reaction was a disappointment from my governor. More than what was happening, because we had an opportunity for this not to happen.
He mostly blames the governor for not ordering the National Guard to the streets earlier to stop the destruction. Don't you think, though, there is some personal responsibility that needs to be taken by the people who actually did this and committed the crime?
Well, we have to look at it from another point of view. Everybody out there that are protesting are not protesters. We also have criminals involved. As you guys saying, we even have homeless people involved. This is the first time in society where a criminal feels he has a voice, and he's angry too. So what do you expect a criminal to do? This is an opportunity that a criminal, all he has to do is look in the past and realize that they're not going to do anything. So he gets to march up and down the street for once in his life and rob and steal without being penalized.
Sarah Seidner, CNN, Ferguson, Missouri.